matchup. Bouchard and Walman defensively in front of Calvin Pickard. Your starting line's brought to you by our friends at Scotiabank, believing there's a place for all Canadians in Canada's game. 7 goals in its last 6 games, all wins. Here's Mark Stone over to Eichel, and he'll rip one on net that's fought off by Pickard. A wrist shot taken by Theodore, and that deflected wide. Eichel able to maintain. Quick up. Back to Eichel from Theodore, and Stone just missed. Pavel Dorofeev having a career season with 31 goals to lead this Vegas Golden Knights squad. Theodore steps in. To Eichel, a one-timer, and that was deflected. Might have caught the crossbar.
In the post on the one-timer. He rips this one off the bar.
To Victor Arvidsson, taken the other way and shot by Kolesar on net. Pickard will slide it ahead. And once again, it's Draisaitl coming all the way back. His 11th game-winning goal of the year coming on Saturday. Turned it over. Dorofeev, drop pass, and that's ripped home. Vegas takes a 1-0 lead. Nick Waugh in the slot finishes his 12th.
Things have turned south here pretty quick for Edmonton in the neutral zone. This little pass by Draisaitl picked off by Dorofeev in the neutral zone, and then he makes a nice little pass inside to Waugh, and he rips this on the one-timer, but it's all created. Stingy team through the neutral zone. Vegas, they're going to turn pucks over, they're going to try and capitalize, and that's exactly what they do. And for Nick Waugh, he's up on the second line with Tomas Hertl out of the lineup with a shoulder injury.
He got a nice contract out of it in Seattle.
And I think, to be honest, Waugh is a guy for me that's suppressing this lineup as well. He might be up the lineup on other teams.
Dorofeev with a drive that was flicked off his stick and handled by Pickard. He'll freeze it with 5 1/4 gone by in the first. Howden sets up for a draw against Adam Henrique. Off the draw, White Cloud shot juggled and then frozen by Pickard. Nevertheless, have won 6 in a row by a combined 28-11. Kulak up the left-hand side, tipped away from Arvidsson. A quick shot into the waiting glove of Calvin Pickard. Sent in deep, and paying for it was Jake Walman. Golden Knights carried back in. As Carlson directing one on net. Waugh on to Brandon Saad. Picked up after agreeing to a mutual termination of his deal with St. Louis. A one-timer ripped into the waiting glove of Calvin Pickard against Braden McNabb. Howden to Hannafin, trying to get around Ty Emberson, who played it well, to the middle for Kolesar, and then Hannafin will take a shot that's held by Pickard. He now looks to bring it out of the zone for Edmonton. But Colson with Haig back, he'll shoot it on net. A save made by Aiden Hill. That's the first shot in 10 minutes for Edmonton. Heading into, I believe, an all-star break, Louis. So there was cause for celebration all around.
A little extra celebration after that one.
I think so. Fair to say. Nugent Hopkins to Kapanen, fires a save made by Hill. Edmonton's best chance. As being so crucial. Draisaitl able to win the face-off, and it's Walman up the left-hand side for Vasily Podkolzin. Draisaitl hits for the net, and his pass eludes Victor Arvidsson. Played back behind the net and disrupted on the cycle. Bouchard. And now drilled home. That's his first goal as an Oiler. Jake Walman buries it. And we are tied at 1, and he ripped that home. 7th of the year, first as an Oiler, and we're tied.
Like Jake Walman did. You don't need someone standing in front of the net. This is an absolute cannon by him, but it's a little bit more eagerness getting to the puck in the offensive zone. Draisaitl wins the puck. It's bouncing around, and it's Bouchard that makes that play from the right point into the middle. Podkolzin just puts it over to Walman. He walks down. This is a sharp angle shot, but he just beats Aiden Hill with a blast. We talked about the fact that he can pound the pill. Well, he pounds this one home.
Bouchard laid it off the boards for Walman. Aiden Hill took over midway through these two teams' playoff series a couple years ago. Walman tried to beat him short side there, and Hill was able to hug that near post. Emberson lingering. Draisaitl stays with it. Beautiful strike, and Arvidsson shot denied by Aiden Hill. What a pass from Draisaitl to Arvidsson.
Was that ever quick?
His partner feels otherwise. Haven't straightened him out in that department yet. Eichel with Barbashev. Wired one on net. The rebound available. And Pickard's got it.
With a nice job. He doesn't even care where the puck is after this shot is taken. Barbashev has a terrific opportunity. What a pass by Eichel to get that through to him. And then no whistle, no whistle, no whistle, and finally it's blown down. So it was there for a millisecond. You're going to see it, boom. It is there. Once it was underneath, you can see Bouchard is kind of frozen it up on the pad underneath the goalie. It was a little late after that, but it was up for grabs initially. Good defensive play by Walman. Right there, though.
Sure. Nugent Hopkins won it, now has the puck. Gets it back from Skinner. Draisaitl in his kill spot. Located right on the right face-off dot. Bouchard, Nugent Hopkins, loading, centering, one-timer score! And Edmonton does take its first lead of the night. Leon Draisaitl, number 52! And it's Oilers 2, Golden Knights 1.
This is a good opportunity on a 5-on-3 to take the lead in this game. The first one denied right there by Nugent Hopkins. Is going to work around and come back to him. A little bit of speed coming downhill, and he fakes this shot, gets everybody frozen, then he zips this across. Typically where McDavid would be on this power play, and he threads it through perfectly to Draisaitl, back of the net. 2-1.
Draisaitl hugging the half wall, angles it back to Bouchard. Over to Nugent Hopkins. In front. What a save by Hill on Zach Hyman. His best stop of the night. He can barely get off. He will as Vegas gains possession.
It's the second time he's been hit in this game.
Yes. Kapanen had a man wide open in front. There it is. A backhander denied. Arvidsson tucked it home on the rebound. And Edmonton extends to a 3-1 lead.
Up to, I believe, Bruce Cassidy if he wants to challenge us for goalie interference. But look at that pass right there by Kapanen. First backhand denied, and then he just finds that loose puck underneath. We've seen some slow whistles when that puck is still up for grabs, and give Arvidsson credit here. He fishes this out and just kind of taps it home. And I don't think there's interference on the pad.
They are
going to challenge for goalie interference, but I think this is going to be a good goal on first look.
What about the wall battle that Henrique wins to create for Kapanen?
Which he has to do because Arvidsson's bringing it to the backhand.
And Theodore gets a touch on this puck as well. And that's what also kind of keeps the play alive. Look at Theodore's stick deflect this puck back underneath Hill. Boom, right there. Arvidsson knows it's still loose, gives it one more whack.
So the goalie has the ability. He's allowed to make that swipe at the puck, and that was a pretty good angle, but he misses the puck and then takes
Following
the
the coach's challenge, the call on the ice is confirmed, but it's a goal.
It's a goal. That's the first failed challenge for Bruce Cassidy all year. Draisaitl let it go through. Nugent Hopkins able to gather. Swarmed under by Riley Smith and then played back to Bouchard. He'll walk the line. Nugent Hopkins fires and a save made by Aiden Hill. And being patient in a 1-1 game, Edmonton was, and it paid off. And now off the face-off, won by Draisaitl, who's won all 3 draws to begin the periods. Brandon Saad in from the right-hand side. Dorothea coming out of the corner, challenging Adam Henrique. Korzak walked the line, didn't shoot it. Dorothea will, scores! Pickard picked it up late in Vegas, right back in the game. Dorothea, his career high 32nd, and it's 3-2.
In on the forecheck, this puck rims around. You're going to see eventually when Dorothea gets this puck, he has some time to walk it to the middle. And as he does, he looks. Look at the layers of traffic in front of Calvin Pickard. I mean, for him to find this puck through all those bodies, it's a high slot traffic. You're going to see Waz in the mix.
And the game in Vegas' favor back in November. Hanifin's activation really became a threat in that third period, and the Oilers just couldn't shut him down. Carlson inside to Smith. And good save by Pickard, hugging that near post. Here's a centering pass, Saad, tipped away. Hanifin, White Cloud. One-timer ripped off the post, and then a wide-open net. Dorothea missed it on the rebound. Wrist shot, Saad, and a save made by Pickard.
Looks like Aiden Hill's going to stay on the bench here, Jack. Here's the one-timer by Wall off the crossbar, comes right down onto the tape. Dorothea, I mean, it couldn't have been on the blade more, and he somehow misses the wide-open net.
Eichel lost the handle. Arvidsson pulled down. Carlson, centering pass, open man, Richard, save, Pickard came out to challenge, and Edmonton will ice the puck.
It's time to pick his spot. Hard work along the wall. Looked like Arvidsson was going to come up with this puck, but the Golden Knights find it. It's a beautiful pass from Stone to Dorofeev, and instantly when he releases this puck, great blocker save.
5 seconds, Dorofeev to Theodore. The Edmonton Oilers are going to hang on win this hockey game 3-2.